Hello, Hero Collectors here. How's it going, everybody? Hope y'all are doing fantastic. I know I am, and today we're going to be ranking the 2024 Spider-Man retro carded wave of figures. We have Jack-O-Lantern, we have Last Stand Spider-Man, we have Tombstone, Scarlet Spider, Hallows Eve, and Spider-Shot. We're going to be ranking these figures from the 6th, which is the worst, to number 1, which is the best figure of the wave. And we're going to start with number 6. Alright, starting here at the bottom, we have number 6, The Last Stand Spider-Man. Why did he rank so low? Mostly articulation. He doesn't have a lot of torso articulation, so you can't get as many dynamic poses like you can with other Spider-Men. I understand this is supposed to be a older Spider-Man, so maybe he wasn't supposed to get that kind of articulation or movement, but still, it was hard to get some dynamic Spider-Man poses with him. And I just didn't have as good a time posing him. He has no, thwip hands. He has no alternate head where they could have given us an older Peter Parker or something like that. But a lot of potential that this figure had, but this didn't really achieve. So that is why he is at the bottom of the list. Alright, at number 5, we have Tombstone. And this isn't per se a bad figure, but the torso articulation and neck articulation are what really take me out of enjoying this figure. His neck articulation is way at the base, and the collar doesn't really allow for much movement. Plus, it's that technology where they're just not even including a hinge here at the base of the head. And then the torso, it's a suit, so you just can't get a lot of movement. Otherwise, I think it's a good figure. I love this look, and it reminds me of the Spectacular Spider-Man TV show. But just figure-wise, it is just a little disappointing for the articulation. So that is why he ranks at number 5. Alright, next up we have number 4, just missing the podium placement. We have Hallows Eve. Not a bad figure at all. I just have trouble posing her in dynamic ways with her powers. I think as she stands on her own, she is a great figure. It's just not as easy to pose her powers-wise. Otherwise, I think she comes with some great accessories, looks great, costume's executed really well, and the articulation is good for a female character. So it's a good figure, just not quite as fun as some of the other figures on this list. Coming in at 3rd place with the bronze medal, we have Spider-Shot, or Assassin Spider-Man. This figure had a lot of potential, and I think it is really cool for including new blast effects and new shooting hands. I think the costume and the body looked pretty good. My big disappointment is no extra grizzled upset Peter Parker head and no wall crawling hands. For one, they would have been great to just get in plain black. We don't have very many that are in plain black. It's a fun figure for sure, but I do wish he came with more, and the hips maybe. I know that's something that people have had issue with, where they just kind of stick out or stick too low. I've actually found that this hip is kind of loose now that I've had this figure for a while. But otherwise, that's why he gets 3rd place. It's just not quite as fun, but is still a cool kind of deep dive character to make into an action figure. Alright, coming in at 2nd place with the silver medal, it kind of surprised me a little bit, but here is Jack-O-Lantern. I did not expect to love this figure as much as I did, but he is a blast to pose, just a fun, dynamic figure. The colors are really sharp. I love the glider. I do wish he came with this stand, though, or a stand of some kind. I like the pumpkin bomb inclusion, the head. It is such a well-executed figure and so much fun to actually pose around that he had to make the number 2 spot. He knocked out Spider-Shot. Spider-Shot was originally number 2, but he had to take the number 2 place. So who is taking home the gold medal tonight? It is, of course, the Scarlet Spider figure. One of the early Spider-Man figures that needed an upgrade really badly. We got 2 releases based on the Pizza Spidey buck. This is now on the Renew Your Vows buck, so he has all the articulation you would need. The sweatshirt doesn't even really hinder it that much. It's just well executed. My only gripe about this figure is that he should have included an updated Ben Reilly head sculpt. This is the 4th or 5th Ben Reilly character we've gotten in the last several years, and none of them have included an updated head sculpt, or at least a Peter Parker head repainted in blonde, which I feel like is a misstep on their part. But otherwise, this figure is excellent. The articulation, he comes with all the hands he should. He looks really good. Just a solid Scarlet Spider figure, a definitive Scarlet Spider figure, in my opinion. I do have one of the older ones, but this is the one that stays on my Spider-Verse shelf. So that is why he gets the number 1 spot. All right, so that was my ranking of the 2024 Spider-Man Retro Carded Wave. Do you agree with my ranking? Do you not agree? Leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you are subscribed because I will be doing some more rankings here very soon of 2024 waves. But with all of that said, I will talk to you all in another video, another post, another time.